Lord, I pray for Chisom, oh Lord, that I go through every single step of promoting the book, selling the book, oh Lord, that you touch the hearts of those who read it, as she mentioned, oh Lord, that every single plan that you have to use this book to glorify your name and to use her in different spaces and different
Amen.
places, oh Lord, Father, Lord, that you do that for her in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, my name is Chisom and I'm a software engineer and YouTuber. If you're not new on this channel, really good to have you back. So today is a very emotional video for me. Today I'm going to be talking about how I became an author at 21 years old. November 2022, I launched my very first book, and today I just want to be sharing about my experiences, how I was able to do it, the struggles that I faced, and yeah, the wins. So if you want to know all about that story, watch the end of this video. So the title of my book is, as you can see, A Techie's Guide into Big Tech Companies, and I am so proud of this book. This is my baby, my first baby, and this is what it looks like. So why did I write the book? When I started getting offers from international tech companies, I announced that on social media. And the moment I did this announcement, so many people were reaching out to me, asking me, oh Chisom, how did you do this? How did you apply? Did someone refer you? Do you know somebody in the company? And all of that. How did you do the interviews? And so these questions started getting a lot, and I didn't really know how to approach answering these questions to all these people. So the first idea I had was to do like a one-on-one where I speak to people 3 times a week to just understand what they would like to know and what they would like to learn from me. So I did this for like 3 months, and it was really time consuming. And so I figured out that, okay, I need a way to put all this information into one resource. So I thought of doing like an article series on Medium, and I also thought of doing like a YouTube series here on YouTube. And so when I started the article series, I wrote down all the topics I wanted to talk about, and I started like fleshing it out. This thing was increasing. There were so many branches, there were a lot of things I wanted to share with people. And I figured, okay, Chisom, I think you should put this in a book. And I was like, you haven't written a book before. And I think that was when I took a really huge leap of faith, because I started praying, I started asking God for advice, I started asking God for wisdom and all that. So when I started fleshing the book out, then I officially started writing the book. I started with table of contents. I put together all those questions people had asked me to make sure that I'm answering the right and relevant questions in the book. And so that was how it was going. I have a 9 to 5. So what I did was, after work every day, I would go on my editor. And so when I started putting these things together, the book was coming to life. The book grew from 60 pages to 80 pages, from 80 pages to 120 pages, and it just kept on growing. Another thing I started thinking of was the editing and the design, not even publishing yet. So I started sourcing out for people that would help me edit the book. So for the editing part, I made sure that I gave it to someone that sort of like understands me and someone that knows the goal of the book, so that the tone of the book does not change. Now for the design part, that was the part I was really big on, because I grew up reading books that were so colorful. I grew up reading books that were engaging and interactive, and that's exactly how I wanted my first book to be. Not like I thought I would write a book, but that's exactly what I felt like my first book should look like. And so it was really hard finding someone that would design this book to my taste, and it was also really hard finding someone that understands the design concept that I had in mind. So on a very special day, I reached out to a designer on Twitter, and he referred me to his friend, and that was where the whole magic started. She's a designer, she's based in the UK, but she's Nigerian. And when I told her about the book, I sent her like the samples of how I wanted the book to look like, and she was like, this is something I want to work on. And so we closed up on all our deals, and then we started work. And I would say that she was God sent, because it wasn't so hard for me to relay my thoughts to her, and she just brought everything to life. When I was writing the book and when I was done with all my chapters, the first chapter was personal branding, the second chapter was job applications, the third chapter was interview preparations, and the fourth chapter was moving forward. And when I was done with that, I had an idea. I thought that it would be nice to invite other people or other individuals working at these companies that are Nigerian to contribute to the book. So the good thing about the people I call to contribute to this book is, number one, they're Nigerian. Number two, they attended Nigerian universities. Number three, they have backgrounds that you can relate to. So this was something that I was very, very keen on. And God bless them, I was able to get about, I think, 15 people to contribute. I got engineers from Microsoft, I got engineers from Meta, I got engineers from Spotify, I got an engineer from Twitter. Yes, I got an engineer from Twitter, and I got an engineer from Amazon. So it was so colorful. So they sent me their content, asked them their questions. I asked them about how they got to where they are and the challenges that they faced, and that was the final part of the book that I added. So you know me now, like when I'm thinking about ideas, God literally blessed me with a very creative mind. I was sleeping one day and I realized that this book can be more. Let me add like a journal to this book, because when I was preparing for my technical interviews, I had a very colorful book as well that I would write about the companies that I wanted to work for, my interview mistakes, data structures and algorithms that I'm learning. I just had like a very solid book that documented all that information. And I was like, okay, why don't I add this to this book? This book is so big, this book is so good. Why can't I just add it to the book? So the last bit of the book was an interview journal. This journal is for documenting your interview process, writing down the list of companies you'd like to work for, and also writing down your interview timelines. When you had your first interview, your second interview, your third interview, and so on. So officially, the editing was done, and it was time for us to start designing the book. If you read the book, you would agree with me that the book is colorful, it's interesting, and it's not boring. It doesn't look boring. So after the design, me and my beautiful, lovely designer, Timilei, we spent sleepless nights trying to finalize like the designs for the book. And when we were finally done with all the designs, we moved forward to launching the ebook. So I launched that on Seller. I used Seller as my vendor for hosting my ebook for people to buy. So the ebook is one thing, and the second thing was launching the hard copy version of the book. So this was the opportunity I had to take like my manuscript to the publisher. I used Worital. Worital gave me a perfect hard copy version of my book. So I stayed on the island and I went over to the mainland. I went to their office to just see what they've done, to see other books that they've made, and I tried to like relay or communicate the type of book I had in mind. I didn't want my book to be a hardcover book. I wanted it to be very handy for people to carry about, and so I mentioned that I wanted the book to be a normal paperback, and I wanted the pages to be glossy, and I wanted the colors to come out well. And so these people gave me a very solid bill, but I think at the end of the day the work was actually worth it and the money was worth it as well. So printing started on my end. I needed to start doing some marketing. I needed to put the book out there. So at that time, people have already ordered the book. So what I needed to do was to start packaging these books. I also needed to look for like a delivery company that would help me to be delivering these books as people order. So I take off all that admin work to focus on other things. And so I don't know how long this video is. This is just me sharing my story, sharing my experiences, becoming an author, and also the challenges that I faced. So I would say that I didn't really have a lot of guidance at first, but along the way I started asking other authors what they've done, how they did it, challenges, the vendors that they used, and they just kind of like guided me to do something really amazing. So this is officially my book, and as you can see, it's very clean, it's very robust, and there's so much value inside the book. As you can see, the book comes with a book marker, and it comes with, I mean, it's so colorful. I think I will do another video showing you guys what's inside the book, but in the meantime I would like to give some advice to, if you're watching this video and you want to become an author. There's so many things involved, starting from the way you write, starting from how you want to publish, how you want your book designed, how you want your book to scale, or the marketing that's involved. It's a whole lot. So I'll always advise that before you start, find people who have written books that are in your niche. My niche is technology, and I reached out to people that have written technology related books, and they guided me perfectly. So find people that have written books in your niche and try to ask them the most relevant questions. Try to ask them the most stupid questions. And also, don't rush your writing process. Don't force yourself to write. Don't force yourself to allow your natural creativity flow into the book. Write only when you can write, and write only when you feel good, because that's when the real source of your book is going to come out. Another thing will be delegating as much as you can. The process is very draining and it can be overwhelming at times. So delegate the editing process if you can, delegate the design process if you can, delegate the publishing process, of course, if you do not have the time, and other little things as well that you feel other people can handle, so you can focus on the main thing, which is pushing the book into the market, marketing the book, telling people about your book, making sure that the online presence of your book is okay. So one thing people ask me is, Chisom, why didn't you do a book launch? I don't know if it's, I don't really have a reason why I didn't do a book launch, but I feel like it's something that would still come. I'm not sure when, but I feel like it's still something I want to do. But before I even decide to do a book launch, I want to have very solid reasons on why I want to do a physical book launch and how it's going to benefit me and benefit my audience as well. Reviews of the book has been very amazing. I think it's going to be a year by November since I launched the book. And the reviews have been so amazing. I've had people reach out to me telling me that they improved their personal branding process through the book. They improved the way they apply for jobs. They also improved the way they went prepared for interview. And also the interview I added behind the book for engineers that I reached out to from these international companies to share their story, that has helped people as well. So moving forward, I want this book to reach the ends of the earth. I want this book to get to people that are confused on this whole job application thing. So guys, I don't know how long this video is, and I don't know if you've actually learned something from it, but this was, the goal of this video was to share my experiences writing my first book, coming from a place of no experience and coming from a place where I was still a novice at this thing. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment if you would like to become an author, or comment if you have gained something from the book that I have written, or if you have actually bought the book. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please continue to support me on this channel while I share my experiences and also share my knowledge as well with you guys. So thank you for watching once again. See you guys in the next video. Bye.